Hello, La Suerte Dance School, Michal and Anna. We prepared a special class for you today. We are going to do Timba / Rumba musicality class. It will be quite different to what we are usually doing because we are going to use a real song. What means that this video is going to be demonetized. So before we say anything, like, subscribe and press the bell. If you want to become a patron of our channel, you can as well. If you want to drop some donation through PayPal, the links are in the description. We appreciate all of them, especially during this strange period. But we decided to do this class anyway, knowing that it's going to be demonetized. It's okay. I think it is important that we'll introduce you to dancing to the music. And this is specific way of dancing. This will be rumba part in Somos Cubanos song by Los Van Van. So you know that first minute 45 or so, something like that, it's very, very nice rumba part. And what happens very often at the parties is that people don't know how to dance it. Now, have in mind, this is not a choreography. This is not a, okay, it is choreography, but it will be not a performance, not a show. It will be interpretation of music. We want to show you how accents are placed in the music, what can you do in it, so you can dance it socially. So you can replace this, ideally at some point, by something that is yours, not necessarily exactly copy of everything that we are going to show you now. When the rumba part starts in a song, usually at the party, many people give up. Quite often, DJs are deciding not to play songs like that as well, because they know how the crowd will react. And it is very common now in Europe that people are actually dancing rumba in salsa. Like we had this chat recently during one of our live stream with one of our French viewers, and he said that rumba is a must-do right now in France. Yeah? So if you are dancing salsa, you have to be able to dance rumba as well, and afro obviously. But this part is strictly rumba. I think that's enough for the introduction part. There will be many other things that definitely I will mention during this video just to make it more understandable. Let's go. First thing to point out is that we are limited by space again. So if we danced freely, we would make this routine a lot bigger. It would be bigger. Some parts we wouldn't be bothered. If we travel a bit more, we would just do it. In here, we'll have to adjust a couple of times during the routine just to come back in front of the camera. So have that in mind. We'll point out when it's happening. Okay, the first part of the song is just pure basic rumba rhythm. We can hear kata there, and the kata, you know that there might be 1 out of 2. It might be, I like potatoes, I don't like carrots, I like potatoes, I don't like carrots, or I got it, I won't forget it, I got it, I won't forget it. And in this particular song, we have the second one. So the step will be tatara, 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 and we'll stick to basic for 6/8. We do it mainly because I need a couple of seconds to come back from switching on and off the music. I know that you should say that I should do it remotely, and yes, you are right. But in this case, I will go to turn it on and I will already start the basic. This basic, there are 6 basics. There are some elements, other elements to pay attention. After 3 of them, we'll have tatara, 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 tatara. So there will be a really long sound that you can already interpret if you want. If I'll be on time, I'll do something like, and if not, then not. And then after this, we have another 3/8. So in total, we have 6. 3, then another 3. Now, another thing to pay attention to is percussion, is drumming, congas in particular. Congas in Wawanko are playing usually pattern around kum, 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 kum. Kum, kum, kum. And in this song, especially after this, I'll play it in a second. I know that it doesn't make sense what I'm saying now, but I'll play it in a moment. So it will work like this. We'll start with rumba basic and kata, tatara, 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 tatu, tum, 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 Doom, 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 doom. And this is the moment to start. On next one, we are going, and this will be first part of our sequence. So we start our part with left leg going forward, is leg forward, heel, step back, right forward and open. And this is going 1, 3, 5, 7, 1. Pretty simple. 5, 6, 7 and 1, 3, 5, 7, 1. Here I'm finishing on the toe, and then we'll have triple accent in, out, in. Yes, actually only with leg, no arms change. One more time, this whole section. 5, 6, 7 and 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, ting, kum, kum, kum. Okay, I'll play the music, you'll hear what we are dealing with. Tatara, 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 tatara. Kum, 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 kum. And we go. One more time. This time I will not say words, so you can hear exactly everything what is happening in the music and how it works with our steps. Okay, let's discuss it. So now deliberately I didn't talk, so you could hear all accents happening in the section of the song. So like I said, you have kata, tatara, 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 tatara. This is very, very important to learn how to dance rumba just with kata. You don't need anything else. You don't need clave, you don't need congas. Kata should be just enough. We've done a video about it, so Introduction to Rumba, I believe it's class number 1 that we've done. We talk about both katas and how to dance to them. Watch it if you are struggling right now. Okay, so after going 1, 3, 5, 7 and kum, 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 we go to another element in music. So it's do 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 do. It happens twice. So what we do? I think we do it slightly different, no, Hannah? Yeah. So I go with ribcage front, body down, and then shake shoulders and make circle up. So it goes together with the music. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And Anna, I think, is doing something very similar. Just instead of tilting forward, you're just going with straight upper body. Yeah. So bending on the knees. I'm not bending knees. I keep right one up, ribcage forward, tilt body. This is my position. For Anna perspective, yeah, she bends knees and then shake to the left and up, down to the left and up. But we go in the same tempo and we try to go do 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 do. You get that, I hope. Okay, one more time the same. 5, 6, 7. So that's again like giving you an idea that interpretation of the music can be quite explicit. So here you have a melody going up. So we do exactly the same with our body. Yeah, go down and up, exactly the same as melody. So the next section is doom. Doom, 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 doom. So first, one accent on one, one. And now doom, 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 doom. For another accent, there will be 3 steps, again going with shoulder opposite to our leg. But in the last one, I stay in the center. Center with my upper body, but legs still open. So you have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is in the center because the last one is do, 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 do. I go right, left, down. Right, left, down. And to be able to do that, I have to stop in the center before the action starts. So one more time, we'll do it slowly, but relatively fluently. 5, 6, 7, and doom, 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 doom. And Anna is again shaking. Do you do something else differently?
Yeah, same.
The same. Okay, so doom, 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 doom. And again, the last accent takes time. It lasts in the music for quite a while. If you listen to music of Calle Real, you will notice that many of their big accents, they just take time. It's like really, they are really long, and quite often we would like to learn and know how to interpret them. So one more time the same part, and we'll carry on. 5, 6, 7, and doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. Kung 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 i pa pa, kung 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 i pa pa, kung 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 i pa pa. Okay, let me discuss this part slowly. How to come back? So we did do do do. We went down, and then the next thing that I am listening to are drums. So congas, kung 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 kung, kung kung kung, and another pattern that is very useful to learn. How to dance the basic step with is combination of clave and congas. So high pitch conga plays opposite to clave. So normally we have this rhythm: pa pa boom 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 e pa pa boom boom e pa pa boom 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 boom boom. And then when you land yourself in this position, and you go boom 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 e pa pa. This is the connection. Okay, I'll do it again. 5, 6, 7, down, boom, 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 e pa pa, kum, 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 e pa. So regularly, when we do the basic step, the second high pitch conga sound doesn't come on step; it comes on end of 6. So if you need details, this kum, 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 kum. This comes on 4, 5, end of 6, and 8. Yeah, so it's not on 7 when we are closing, but you have kum, 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 so straight after. But because I'm in very stationary position, I still step on conga and then open on 1. So I have dig 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 dig, kum, 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 e pa pa, kum, kum, and then you kind of cannot miss the beginning of the next phrase, yeah, because every time when you get out of the basic rhythm, it is very important to be able to come back. And this is one of the ways to come back. So after we close legs, kum, 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 and we start 3 rumba basics, 5, 6, 7, and pa, 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 pim, pa, pa, da, 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 da. And then there will be shout in the song, Cubanos, vamos para allá. And this is the signal for us to be ready for the next section, yeah? So one more time, 3 basic, 5, 6, 7, and ka, ka, king, 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 ka, ka, king, 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 ka, Cubanos, vamos para allá, hop. And from here, we'll do kachan to the right, only to get our position back to more original. Normally, we wouldn't be bothered about direction in here. We have to, because we'll be traveling to the left more in the next part. That's why kachan to the right, 5, 6, 7, back, front, together, back, front, and together. And now small, tap, open, tap, close. Again, we do it small because of the cameras. Otherwise, I'll go cool, ping, for example. It could be like that, could be something different. But for now, very small. King, 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 pa. So hold the sections, 3 basics, kachan to the right, tap, open, tap, close. Pretty simple stuff if you've done already our previous rumba classes. 5, 6 basic, and pa, pa, ti, pa, pa, kum, 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 cubano, vamos para allá. We go, kachantik, poku, tap, open, tap, and close. Tatara, 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 kum, 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 and we go. Pa, 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 down, up, to the left, hop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Pum, 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 y pa, pa. 3. Cha-cha. And continue. Tap open, tap close.
En 1400 llegó Colón y descubrió a esta hermosa isla donde habitaba.
The next section is the most difficult out of all of them because we dance directly to clave. We dance to rumba clave. You have to get used to rumba clave. We haven't done any video about claves yet. We will do, and in general we'll do some. Actually we've done the video about rumba percussion. So again, I will link it. I will link it. It will not necessarily give you exactly what we are doing right now, but it's definitely a good step forward. Now, we are dancing to rumba clave, and we are specifically accenting bombo. Bombo is the part of clave. It's the second beat of rumba clave on end of 2. So pa 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 pa. So when you don't listen to clave, you are used to downbeat like 1, 3, 5, 7. You feel like this happens just like before something what you would expect. But bombo is very important beat in rumba because this is where all the instruments meet. This is when obviously clave is playing pa 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 pa. This is where tumba is playing slap. So the rhythm will be ta ta kum pa ta kum pa ta kum pa ta kum pum 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 ta kum pum. So this is again end of 2, and this is when the middle drum is playing bass as well. Middle drum pattern sounds more or less like this. Ta-kum pa pa ka tum pa ta-tum ta ta ka pum pa ta-kum pa pa ta-ka-tum pa ka pum pa ta-kum pa ka kum. And this kum is a bass. Okay, it makes no sense when I'm saying it like that. Maybe I'll crop it. No, I will leave it. It is important to get these melodies in your head, especially if you are getting into Cuban dancing. Probably touching some percussion would be a good idea, just to have a rough connections, like to understand how things come together. So, one more time, bombo is the second beat of the clave, it's end of 2, and it's the moment when conga, tumba, and clave are meeting together, and obviously kata is playing them as well. That's why this beat is so significant, and they are accenting it extra in this Los Van Van song. So, if we continue 5, 6, 7, and pa, 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 pa. So we're accenting, I'm going with kick on bombo. What are you doing, Anna?
So imagine, girls, you were defending. So as you would there, but it's on the hip. So at that point, that's where the accent is when we go on the hip.
So this is not, from my point of view, it's not an attack. So she's preparing for attack, but actually she's continuing it differently because she sees that man is not attack. We'll go from tap open, tap close. 5, 6, 7, and pa 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 pa. And the next section, I step on first beat of clave. Anna doesn't. She's just accenting bombo. I accent bombo as well. 5, 6, 7, and pa pa. So we open together on bombo. So we have twice the same moment in music accented, different body actions. So for me in here was kick, kum, and then hop and extend arms. We extend arms together. She does exactly the same as I do. One more time from the same moment. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5. We go and pa 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 and pa pa. Okay, pa pa pa. For the next part, we are accenting end of 1 and end of 4. So end of 4 is obviously still clave. End of 1, quite dodgy moment. So how to sing it to yourself to be in the rhythm? I normally do pa-kum pa 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 pa-kum pa 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 pa-kum pa pa pa. This is what I do to be there in the rhythm. Pa-kum, and I go on kum. 5, 6, 7. Pa-kum pa pa pa. Okay, so I move my weight to the left and open, and then to the right and open. Anna opens to the side, and she moves hips as well, no?
And my hips are always just in this position.
Okay, so do it again. 5, 6, 7, and pa, pa, pa. So this is where it is. Pa, kum, pa, pa. I'll do hold this section one more time from top open to the left. 5, 6, 7, and pa, 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 and pa, 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 pa. Okay, great. We'll do one more section here. Straight away, we go on the second and third clave hit. So we're skipping one. So pa, 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 pa. Okay? Again, I'll describe one more time what happened. We go on bombo, so second clave hit. Bombo again, second clave hit. Then we go straight after first and on third. And the new section is second, third. So bombo and the four. One more time, the same from top open, top close. 5, 6, 7. Pa, 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 super slow. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Good. Doing it without music, just with numbers, is quite challenging. Let's do the next part, Anna. So we were opened already in here. So we did din, din, din. And then on the next clave, on one we're closing legs, pa, pa, and then we are starting pa, pa, pa. Third clave hit, pa, 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 pa. And there is one more accent again on third hit of clave. It's very tiny one, very subtle, very nice to pick up. What is happening with legs? I go front, front, back, back, open, open, and Anna is sliding towards me. Again, it would be slightly different if we had more space. Now she has to really limit herself with the direction of movement and with the size of steps and everything like that. So what's happening? You go toe, heel, starting from heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Okay.
Yeah, so ideally if I had more space, sometimes in this sequence I have to do it on the spot because I've run out of space. But yeah, so we're doing this movement, and then when we step to the side, we're doing the same. So how many are you doing?
2 more. 2, 2.
Yeah, and then
And
we're getting in this position, and then we're accenting it the same way.
Yeah, with chest. Kum. So it's like small roll up. Kum. Yeah, you have to be ready for it. And this is pa, pa, pa. Pa, pa, pa. Pa, pa, pa. So third clave hit. Let's do all this section again from the beginning. 5, 6, 7, and pa, 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 pa. 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 Okay, let's dance it with music. Tara, ta, tara, ta, tara, ta, tara, ta, 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 tara. Boom, boom. And we go.
Para que el mundo sepa el porqué de nuestro sabor cubano.
Vamos para allá, Cachán. Come back to original position. We go. Pa, pa.
1400 llegó Colón y descubrió a esta hermosa isla donde habitaba la raza india, la que con el tiempo exterminó.
Pa, 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 pa.
O la raza africana.
Okay.
Y la mezcla.
Tricky. As usual, I will add this timeline on the bottom. So if you want to jump directly to some element, some moment when, let's say, we are dancing, you can just press the link and it will rewind you to a moment when we are dancing with music. But we'll move on. So we finish here. Pa, 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 pa. So for the next part, the musical pattern is very, very similar. We're accenting bombo twice. We're accenting end of 1, end of 4, and then just 1. And then it will slightly change. So let's try to do that. 5, 6, 7, and pa, pa. So first pombo, my arm is up, aggressive pose, Anna is accenting with hip. Then the next one, I shift the weight and extend arm, pa, pa. Anna is doing very similar without extending weight. Next one, this is this end of one. So you have pa, 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 chik. Cross arms to the side. Then pa, pa, end of 4. For me, abakwa position, Anna extends to the front. And then one more time, abakwa, pa. And this is 1 for me, abakwa for me, for Anna, something more feminine. Let's go through the next 2 accents, and they are going second, third, clave hit twice in a row. So we're traveling to the left, second, third, clave hit, pa, 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 and then arara to the right on the same, pa, 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 pa. So second, third, I'll do it fluently. 5, 6, 7, and pa, 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 pa. Okay? Now with music, hopefully it will make more sense. Cool, cool, cool. This is the moment, and we go.
Para que el mundo sepa el porqué de nuestro sabor. Cubano, vamos para allá.
Cachán. King, king.
En 1400 llegó Colón y descubrió a esta hermosa isla donde habitaba la raza india, la que con el tiempo exterminó. Llegó la raza africana y la mezclaron con la española. Nació la mulata criolla, la cubana. Sí, era una mezcla diferente, con mucho sabor, acompañada de la rumba.
Okay, so we'll dance everything with the music from the beginning to the end. So then you'll have idea how it works, and then we'll discuss the last section. And the last one, we go.
Para que el mundo sepa el porqué de nuestro sabor. Cubano, vamos para allá.
Tap open.
En 1400 llegó Colón y descubrió a esta hermosa isla donde habitaba la raza india, la que con el tiempo exterminó. Llegó la raza africana y la mezclaron con la española. Nació la mulata criolla, la cubana. Sí, era una mezcla diferente, con mucho sabor, acompañada de la rumba y el guaguancó. Dueños de la clave y la magia del 3+2 que nos hizo tan especiales. Gracias a Dios. Somos cubanos, sí, español africanos.
After arara, so this is end of 2 and end of 4. So pa 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 pa. We have 4 accents starting with right shoulder, right, left, back and drop, big circle, up, two, 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 bam, boom, ba, e, ba, ba. And this is, for me, very tricky moment because you have to switch thinking from the melody to congas again. Yeah, so there's again this kum, 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 and this is the moment when we come back. So one more time, 4 accents starting with shoulders, 5, 6, 7, and kan, ka, kan, kan, kum, 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 e pa, pa, in pum. Now, 2.5 rumba basic, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 2, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, 3, and then we move on. Anna is doing different step, me different. You're doing heel toes again.
Yes.
So it's heel toe, how many times?
4.
4. Okay, so she's traveling towards me at the same time. I go again, front, back, toom, 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 toom. I might stop it depending how fast I do it. I try to do 2 loops, so like front, back, front, back. But it might happen that, so if I go fast, it's good. But if I sometimes slow down, you know, it's music interpretation. Sometimes I will slow it down. Sometimes maybe I'll make 6, do, and that will be already time to continue. The most important from my point of view is to finish on the right like that. And then we have 3 more steps, starting with the left. When we dance in the music, I dance, it's slightly different. So this is the correct version. I go left with the right shoulder, right with the left shoulder. Now I open with the left and I start circling it, preparing for the next part. So exactly with clave, pa, 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 prep for me, and there's doom, doom, last 2 accents from my perspective, knee inside, outside, upper body, opposite. Anna, what do you do for the last accent?
So we've gone boom, boom,
cross,
boom,
cross.
boom, boom,
Okay,
and then
slowly. So she's doing cross with the left, cross with the right. So one more time, pa, pa, cross with the left, cross with the right. Right arm up, left arm up, and hip to the left. Pa, pa, pa. One more time, same with the rhythm. 5, 6, 7, and pa, pa, pa. Okay, and I'll do mine with the rhythm. 5, 6, 7, and pa, pa, and then accent, boom, boom. Okay, so left up, right up. Obviously, we're aware this is not very easy sequence to dance in general. It requires quite a bit of body movement. But again, the whole idea was to show you how you can fit something in the music, yeah? How you can fit steps, movements in the music, not necessarily 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, but play with something different and understand the clave. So we'll go with the music a few times. And we go.
Para que el mundo sepa el porqué de
3 basic, second,
cubano.
and third,
Vamos
cachamba,
para allá.
hop, tap, open, and clave.
1400 llegó Colón y descubrió a esta hermosa isla donde habitaba la raza india, la que con el tiempo exterminó. Tomó la raza africana y la mezclaron con la española. Nació la mulata criolla, la cubana. Sí, era una mezcla diferente, con mucho sabor, acompañada de la rumba y el guaguancó. Dueños de la clave y la magia del 3+2 que nos hizo tan especiales. Gracias a Dios. Somos cubanos. Sí.
Before we go again, I'll just mention one more thing. So we are kind of layering, and I goes in front of me, I go behind. And it is because of the cameras, yeah? Otherwise, we would start it a bit more separated, and at the end, obviously, this would come together, yeah? So if I stand a bit further, and we can do just last clave. Pa, 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 pa. So we would be singing here, obviously. But because we're trying to fit in a very, very small area, we go in front and behind each other. Maybe we'll swap now that. So I'll go a bit more in front, so you will have a good back camera view for Anna. Music. And we go.
Para que el mundo sepa el porqué de nuestro sabor cubano. Vamos para allá.
Cachans. Tap open. And kick.
1400 llegó Colón y descubrió a esta hermosa isla donde habitaba la raza india, la que con el tiempo exterminó. O la raza africana y la mezclaron con la española, nació la mulata criolla, la cubana. Sí, era una mezcla diferente, con mucho sabor, acompañada de la rumba y el guaguancó, dueños de la clave y la magia del 3+2 que nos hizo tan especiales. Gracias a Dios. Somos cubanos.
Okay, we'll do that again, and this time we'll go separately. You want to go first? So
Sure.
you have clear both directions, because we are obviously covering each other still more. So Anna will go first, and then me. Let's do it.
Para que el mundo sepa el porqué de nuestro sabor cubano. Vamos para allá. En 1400 llegó Colón y descubrió a esta hermosa isla donde habitaba la raza india, la que con el tiempo exterminó. O la raza africana y la mezclaron con la española, nació la mulata criolla, la cubana. Sí, era una mezcla diferente, con mucho sabor, acompañada de la rumba y el guaguancó, dueños de la clave y la magia del 3+2 que nos hizo tan especiales. Gracias a Dios. Somos cubanos, sí, español africano. Somos la...
Okay, very good. And now my turn. Okay.
Para que el mundo sepa el porqué de nuestro sabor cubano. esta hermosa isla donde habitaba la raza india, la que con el tiempo exterminó. Llegó la raza africana y la mezclaron con la española, nació la mulata criolla, la cubana. Sí, era una mezcla diferente, con mucho sabor, acompañada de la rumba y el guaguancó, dueños de la clave y la magia del 3+2 que nos hizo tan especiales. Gracias a Dios. Somos cubanos.
Thank you. So, I know that this routine was quite difficult and there are many elements we didn't discuss, but if you wanted to go into details of every single move, this class would take probably 3 hours, because in reality, when we did it on the workshop, this is exactly how it took, 3 hours to teach our students this routine. And then we can go into details, then we can discuss a couple of things. Obviously, if you are already familiar with Rumba, it should be a bit easier. If you are familiar with music, that's even better. One of the goals for this video was to make you used to breaking down the music in a bit different way that you are usually doing it. I don't know if you are breaking down the music at all, but if you are, very often people are searching for numbers in music. Sometimes it's very difficult to associate moves with numbers. And another thing is that even if you can do it, counting like 1 to end is very difficult. But if you replace it by instruments, if you replace it, for example, by clave, what we did in this routine, it makes it suddenly a lot easier. Obviously, you have to feel the clave, be familiar with clave, and so on. So this all phrase that Cuban people dance to clave is not entirely wrong. There is a lot of truth into it. Yeah, like there are many aspects of dancing that actually use the clave. We are not necessarily dancing every single beat in clave, but if you are able to fit your body around clave, that's fantastic. And one more time, we do encourage you to try small percussion. Yeah, if you try play some congas, if you even try to play clave, kata, maracas, every little helps. Every little helps. At some point, we'll start doing some small percussion classes on our channel, so you will be able to learn something with us. Maybe we'll do some micro beginners course for percussion. There are lots of videos about percussion online, to be honest. Some of them are very good, but majority of them talk about percussion from musician perspective. We assume that you are not musicians. Some of you might be, but if you are not musicians, it is quite difficult to get into it. I remember when I started learning congas, and I couldn't get out of tumbao. Yeah? So I learned tumbao for salsa, and it was very, very difficult for me to make a next step, because everything was or very, very simple or very, very difficult. So I think we need something to be in the middle there. Okay. Anyway, that's completely different story. That's completely different topic. We'll get back there. And if you would like to watch it, like, subscribe, and press the bell. Like, subscribe, and press the bell. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. You can become a patron of our channel. You can donate on PayPal if you would like as well. We would appreciate it a lot, especially that, like I said at the beginning, this video will be demonetized for sure. It was still worth doing it. We had fun. I hope you had as well. See you next time. Bye bye.